We begin with breaking news about COVID cases among nursing home residents. Rochester Regional is opening a new temporary facility at its Hillhaven campus to serve as a COVID-dedicated nursing home. It'll take in nursing home residents who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 and are no longer symptomatic, but can't return to their nursing home until fully recovered. The hope is this will free up hospital beds while also protecting the vulnerable population at local nursing homes.
COVID vaccinations continuing in nursing homes as we speak, hospitals as well, and now they are being given to local EMS workers. And as 13 WHAM's Andrew Banis explains, the model of how they received their vaccine doses today could eventually be used to get the vaccine to thousands of other people. Andrew?
Yeah, Doug, the crew here at the Brighton Volunteer Ambulance was among the first to get that dose today. And in total, only 40 EMS workers got the dose today. However, workers there tell me that they will start ramping up who can get this and how fast in the coming weeks. Brett Whitnable says every time he responds to a medical emergency as an EMS worker for Honeyway Falls, he wonders what he may be exposed to.
It's always on the back of my mind. I always worry about bringing it home to my family, but you do what you have to do for the job. There's lots of respiratory patients, lots of people with symptoms of COVID, whether or not they actually have COVID, but there's so many people out there that can have it without even having the symptoms that could be carriers.
The father of 5 says when his boss told him he'd be eligible to receive the COVID vaccine on Monday, he jumped at the opportunity.
I am very happy to be doing this. It's been shown to be safe. It was a painless shot. I'm just happy to have it over with.
He's one of 40 people to receive the first dose of the Moderna vaccine at the Monroe County Fleet Center on Monday.
We are seeing positive cases in our EMS community.
Tim Sapansky is the Emergency Medical Services Administrator for the county. He says it's imperative that EMS crews are protected from COVID while responding to calls.
They are in the back of an ambulance. They can't be 6 feet away from the patient, and they can't limit their exposure to 15 minutes.
Mike Sayers, emergency planner for the county health department, says this is just the beginning of what they plan to do in the days ahead.
This is going to be a 7-day-a-week operation for many weeks. Not only for EMS, but we'll gradually work our way down to other tiers, fire, funeral workers, other first responders. So we're intending to operate this site for weeks and months on end.
And after receiving that first dose today, all of the EMS workers were asked to wait for 15 minutes, be supervised by nurses and medical professionals just to make sure there were no side effects. None were reported. Those workers will return in a few weeks to receive the second dose of the vaccine. Reporting live in Brighton, Andrew Banis, 13 WHAM News.
All right, Andrew, thank you. A look at the local coronavirus numbers. The Monroe County Health Department tonight reporting 491 new cases and no new deaths. Now 945 people are hospitalized in the Finger Lakes region. 147 of them are in the ICU. Also happening today, the health department announced it's shortening the quarantine period from 14 days to 10 days past the last day of contact with a person who has tested positive for coronavirus. This does not apply to those who've tested positive for COVID-19 or have symptoms.
There's been an uptick statewide in the COVID positivity rate since Christmas. Governor Cuomo says the state's investigating the reason and says it is too early to be related to holiday spread. He also singled out the Finger Lakes region again today for having the highest positivity rate in the state at 8.55%.
Why is Manhattan 2% and the Finger Lakes 4 times the infection rate in Manhattan? How do you explain that? Except the behavior of those people in that place.
The governor also said vaccinations for the priority population will expand this week to urgent care center employees and those who are administering the COVID-19 vaccines. By the end of this week, nearly 60,000 vaccines